Hey, Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and I know it's probably maybe a little bit earlier than normal by 1 minute. No big deal. I just thought that this would be a great time that we could chat if anybody had any questions before we got started. I am looking forward to this today, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you the Occasions catalog and the Celebration catalog. And if you have questions, feel free to just post them down. If you are on Facebook, just post them down in the comments section. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and post in the chat box. I do have it open, so I think that I should be able to see if somebody posts in there. And if you were on my blog, excuse me, DDStamps.com, go ahead and make a comment because I will get notification that you have commented. In fact, Charlotte, I wanted to let you know that yes, I did have a great Christmas and New Year's. I hope all of you did too. And I am looking forward to 2016. See, I don't usually see my hair. So now that I can see my hair on my screen, it's driving me a little crazy. But anyway, so thanks for that. And Charlotte, you can just, like I said, go ahead and type in your comments. And if I don't get to a comment that you had or a question that you had, please ask again, because it just means that somewhere along in my monitoring of everything, it got kind of jumbled and lost. And we don't want that to happen. So we are going to get started. To begin with, I'm going to bring up a couple slides because I want to okay, so first thing I want to tell you, a couple of reminders for when we get started here. If you look at your arrow, let me get to that slide. If you look at this arrow here, this little gear right here, if the thing is lagging or you're getting real choppy, you may want to hit this setting and bring it down a little bit. That will make me not as clear, but it might stream better for you. What happens is, depending on my stream and depending on your stream, is how great the connection is. And if you wanted it to be a little bit clearer, you can actually click on that little gear and bring it up as high as it will go. It'll just show, it'll just go as high as your computer can take. And then down here at this arrow on the auto refresh comments, if you've got this little box checked right here and it auto refreshes, what happens sometimes is that it auto refreshes every 90 seconds. So say you're in the middle of typing a comment, it doesn't time when you started. Every 90 seconds it's going to refresh, and you might be halfway through your question or comment and it clears it. And it's really frustrating. So if you uncheck this, it won't auto refresh the comments. But you can always go over to this side and auto refresh at any time. The other thing is you can uncheck this. I'm going to have to let the dog out. You can uncheck this and write in your comment and then check it back again, and then it'll automatically check your comments. Of course, I just let her in, so we'll see how long that lasts. So I hope that makes sense to you. I am going to kind of check around and make sure that we've got everything going good. It looks like we do. I'm hoping that, oh yeah, looks like lots of people are out there. Yay, this is exciting. We've got people from all over the world. And I would love to say hi to all of you. Brenda from Canyon City, Colorado. Faye, I got your question just before I got started. I'm going to answer it today. Joni from Avon. Patricia from Bangor. Carol from Casper. Not too far from me. Well, it is far, but in the states of, of Wyoming and Montana, it doesn't seem, we never call it very far. Bonnie, glad you made it. Judy's here from Madison. It's awesome. And Anne is here from Texas. That is awesome. Okay, so let me see where I am. To begin with, here, let me move my slide. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the Occasions mini catalog and the Celebration catalog. And I'm hoping that all of you have gotten your copy. I did send them out right before Christmas to those people who were my customers, and I have been shipping them out ever since to others. So if you haven't gotten a copy of either of these two catalogs, they are available. I have copies here. Just let me know that you need one and I will get it sent out to you. They are also online today for everybody to see, which is exciting. And there's so much in it. I'm not going to go through page by page tour because it would take too long and I've got lots to share. But I am going to show a couple of my favorite items and go from there. We did have a few questions. Now, this is a question I've been asked quite a bit lately, and that is, can a person order out of the big catalog and get Sale-a-bration benefits? The answer is yes. A lot of people were under the impression that they could only get Sale-a-bration items if they ordered out of the occasions catalog, and that's not true. It can be anything that Stampin' Up! Sells that gets Sale-a-bration benefits. And so I just want to make sure that people are aware of that. The other thing I had Faye had contacted me right before I got started about doing tumbled tiles. She wanted to know how to stamp on tumbled tiles. And yes, Faye, I have done that. I have been known to use the black Stays On ink. It's permanent. And then you can color it in. If you're going to color it in with anything that's water soluble, you're going to need to make sure that you seal it. And that gets a little iffy there. But yeah, go ahead and try it. It's kind of fun. And it's just a great fun technique. I do see that I have a whole bunch of comments on TypePad. So I'm hoping that's just a bunch of people telling me they're here. And they're, I will be checking that here in just a moment when I get done. So don't forget, at any time you can ask a question and I would love to answer it. A couple of things about the occasions catalog that I want to get to was all the tips. When you start looking through your catalog, and this is just some of them, there are all kinds of different tips and tricks and little things to read and try. And just because if you don't own that stamp set, that's okay. Just use that tip or technique or whatever with something that you do own. I absolutely loved the samples in this brochure. It was mind-blowing. One of the things I did want to point out here, and I'm going to talk about it probably a little bit later, but this is awesome how the Botanical Bloom stamp set coordinates with the designer series paper. And as you can see, these are stamped images in here. So they stamped right onto the designer series paper. Loved that. Just love that technique. And it just changes the whole look of the paper. It was amazing to me. And I just keep thinking, oh my gosh, I can't wait to try it and do some embossing with some of those images onto that designer series paper. It's just going to kick it up a notch. What else? Oh, inspiration. There is so much out there right now. Stampin' Up! Has just posted so much stuff on Pinterest. It was coming up on like right before I started. So there's lots of stuff on Pinterest now. If you go to pinterest.com/Stampin' Up, there's all kinds of cards and stuff. But a couple of the things in the catalog, if it has this little icon that says quick and easy, you probably can't see that from there. It's just a real quick and easy, simple project with a list of supplies on how to do it. We have this little sign, which is the Pinterest sign, which means that, that project is on Pinterest, probably along with some other things. And then this icon here, it means that there is a videotape for it. And if you go to www.stampinup.com/occasions/videos, and that's in the catalog, because I actually took this right out of the catalog. There is a video for it. And that's always fun. I am going to show a couple of those videos today because I think they did a pretty good job on them. There are also the You Can Make It sections, and these are just suggestions. This is like, if you wanted to make these cards here, you would purchase these products here, and then you would be able to, you'd have all the stuff to make. And it tells you, sorry, sometimes it's hard for me to keep on those Google Slides. And same thing with the balloon, if you want to make those cards there. And I love that balloon stamp set it's called Balloon Sale-a-bration, with the balloon punch. Cute. So cute. And then anyway, it just gives you, so you'll find some of those around. These aren't all of them. These are just a couple of the You Can Make It's. That's in the Occasions catalog. Bundles. I know that we all love bundles and we love to save money. And bundles, this is awesome that they have put 19 bundles together for us this time around. And you'll look and see that like some of the bundles are the wood stamp or the clear stamp. I counted that as 2 bundles. So there's 18 bundles, and there's even a bundle this time around, Botanical Blooms, which I love, comes with the stamp set, the framelits, and the designer series paper. So that's kind of fun. So check out those because you're going to automatically save 15%, and who doesn't love to save money? Okay, kits. There's a couple of kits in the catalog, and I actually have done one of them. I have done the Enjoy the Little Things project kit. I did it over Christmas break. It was just really kind of fun. I love kits because it's a project that I haven't planned. And that's why I love Paper Pumpkin too, because it comes every month and I just can sit down and do it, and I don't have to think, and I don't have to plan for somebody else or something else or make a plan. So I love kits for that reason. And then there's the Oh, You're So Lovely project kit, which is great. It's a kit with, you get 12 of these gift bags and cards. 12 gift bags and 12 cards. This is a home decor piece, and it's beautiful. I've got a little video I'm going to show on that one that Stampin' Up! Did. So Enjoy the Little Things. This is the project kit. This is the one I told you that I absolutely love. So the kit comes with that great little chalkboard, and then you make all these, 13 of them, to change out throughout the year to add home decor. Love that. Okay, so we're going to talk, I'm going to show a video on the Enjoy the Little Things project kit. I'll go around, check to make sure that I haven't missed anybody's questions. And like I said, enjoy. Well, maybe.
Hey everybody, I'm Brandy at the Stampin' office, and today I get to show you a great project kit. It's called Enjoy the Little Things. It's this adorable little clipboard piece. It's a stand that sits by itself, and you can see at the top it's got the clip. You get to make 13 different adorable inserts to go on your clipboard. So let's start by checking out what comes in the kit. First of all, the kit comes in this adorable little reusable box. This is going to be a great place to keep the inserts that you don't currently have on display. And then the box comes with everything you need to create the 13 different inserts. You've got fun backgrounds, lots of laser cuts. This kit has a ton of texture, so you'll see some fabric and doilies and wood, plus some glimmer and shine. I especially wanted to show you these cool laser cut foil sheets, lots of pieces with the little gleam on them from that. And then, of course, the clipboard itself comes in your kit. This has 2 layers to it. It stands up like this on your surface. It comes like this, all ready to stand and stay put. It's very sturdy, hard board. It's almost like a chalkboard texture. And then you have this nice brush gold clip to attach your project. This is the kind of project that you'll want to grab some friends and get together for an afternoon to put it together. Or you can contact your demonstrator who will be able to provide all of the different supplies that you'll need to go with it. There are a few ink pads and a stamp set, so let me take a minute and show you what those are, and we'll get started with the creating. The biggest thing that you're going to need is this fun array of the different ink pads that we use to create this kit. There's Tangelo Twist, Watermelon Wonder, Delightful Dijon, Mossy Meadow, Mint Macaron, Soft Suede, and Crushed Curry, plus the archival basic black ink pad. In addition to those, we used our Enjoy the Little Things stamp set. This goes with the kit. It's pictured right there with the kit in the catalog, and is a really fun one to have on hand for future uses too. You'll want to have a few clear blocks to go with the sizes of stamps you've got there. And then you'll definitely want our fine tip glue pen. There are a lot of small little pieces you're going to be adhering, so be sure you've got that. And some dimensionals, because some of those pieces you're going to want to pop up and give them a little bit of height. In addition to that, you can use whatever other favorite adhesives you have. I'm using my snail adhesive. This is like my right hand. I like to keep it on hand all the time. And then glue dots, which are always handy to hold on pieces that are a little heavier. So now that we know all the supplies we need, let's get started making the project. What I did is just open my instructions right up, and you'll see that they are numbered. So I started with number 1. And also, as you look at the die cut sheets, you're going to notice that they have little numbers next to them as well to help you identify exactly which pieces you need for each of the inserts. So number 1 is this cute little Be Brave with the arrows. One tip that you're going to want to keep in mind, always remember the clipboard. When you use this, it's going to be clipped on like that, and so a little segment at the top is going to be covered up by your clip. So each time you go to assemble one of your pieces, just remember to leave a little extra space at the top so that it'll look good that way. These were all just punched right out of the die cut sheet, and I used glue dots to adhere them to the little wood pieces. My snail adhesive worked really well to adhere this little piece of linen cloth right to the cardstock. And then you're going to stamp. I used the Archival Basic Black to get that part done. And that's your first insert. So for the second one, it's this cute little Celebrate Today. You're making a fun little shaker balloon here, and then there are a couple of other balloons as well. These pieces are all ready for you to be able to make a balloon shaker out of them. You can actually discard the middle, but this edge piece is already shaped and prepared for you. So this is going to be super easy. You've got a little covering on both sides, so just peel to expose the adhesive on one side, and then just stick this down right to your large balloon. And that gives you kind of a well, a place to put your confetti. In your kit, you'll also find these little sheets of stars. You've got a couple sheets of black and one of white. If you get these all stacked up so they line up just right, you can actually push the stars out of all 3 layers at once. Just get something sharp that you can push through that won't actually poke them. Okay, once you've got all of your stars punched, you can just gather those up and sweep them into your hands so that you can get all of them right into the center of the balloon. Just like that. Okay, the sequins go on several of the projects, so you're just going to use a few. About 7 looks just right to give it a little shine without overpowering it. And then all you're going to do is peel this little backing. Okay, and then you'll see this little window sheet in the shape of a balloon ready to go right there in your kit. And you're just going to bring it directly down onto the project. There's a little static there, so move quick and sure and get it straight down on there. And then the actual glue tip pen here worked really, really nice to adhere the frame on top. Just finish this cute little card off by attaching the layers together and a glue dot for your bow, and this one's all done. Card number 3 is Choose Happy. This one is so cute. It has fun little paper flowers that you get to make. So I'm going to show you how to do those. It's just kind of pile those up so that they're all together and pick it up, and you're just going to use one of the brads that came in your kit and just press it right through the center. Again, it doesn't matter if that part is perfect, just get it to go through. And I'm going to open my brad backs there, so this is ready to go. Now to make the paper flowers, all you do is lift one layer at a time. Start with this inside layer and scrunch it up together really tight. And then go to the second layer and you're going to scrunch it as well, but just not quite as tight. And you will gradually go a little looser and looser with each one. This next one is called Love This Life. Isn't this cute? This one's so quick to put together. You'll just find your piece that has the butterflies printed on it, but then separate from that, you've also got a few butterfly die cuts. There's one of each color, kind of the Delightful Dijon, Crushed Curry, and the Watermelon. Each of these 3 has tone-on-tone stamping, so you'll use the watermelon ink on the watermelon paper, and so on. And then just give those wings a little bit of a fold and use the glue dots to attach them in the center so that they stay in place. This one has that really beautiful laser cut foil piece in the little wreath design. There's also a plain white heart behind here, so don't miss that. You're going to want to layer that, and that way you don't get the polka dot showing in the spaces here. And again, some tousled thread behind this wooden piece here. Enjoy the little things. And this one has the cute little stack of teacups. Remember my tip about leaving space at the top, especially on this one. You'll run out of room if you're not careful. There's a little bit of stamping on the green cup, and of course for your greeting there inside this gold cup. You can use dimensionals or snails to stack these up and make sure they overlap one over the other. I started with the blue one and stacked it downward from there, is the pretty little Dream Big. You've got some layered feathers here. There's a gold and the mint macaron and the mossy meadow layers. Little tousled thread again. And the fine tip glue pen will work really nicely for you to apply the sequins here. My tip on that, instead of trying to put your glue onto the back of the sequin, before these are in place, just use that glue tip and put the dots of glue right where you want your sequins. Then you can bring the sequin on your finger in and just lay it right on the dot of glue. This is another example of when you just have to have that fine tip glue pen. It works so nicely for a project like this. Let's go ahead and show you how that works. I'm just using the teeny tiniest bit of glue, like the smallest amount that I can get to come out at once, and I'm just making dots. Now I'll just use snail adhesive to attach these two layers together. And see how it's got this cool window effect. So now the word make looks like it's got the watermelon wonder, and count has the green showing. And there's my finished piece here. Okay, next one says harvest pumpkins, leaves autumn. I love it. You're just going to punch out all these different letters and papers and just layer them on here stacked up the way it shows. You're using a couple of the wood elements and they already have this texture printed right on them. And then these acorns, you'll find those in your sheets, and you're going to do a little bit of tone-on-tone stamping on several of those before you actually adhere them. And that one is finished. Okay, next one says find beauty in the ordinary, and this one has that same trick again where you've got a piece of paper that has the colors on it. The actual card looks like this, so if you're careful about how you adhere it, you end up getting those colors showing through the window, which is really fun. This next one has to be my favorite. If I had to pick a favorite, I love them all, but look how pretty this is with the Starburst shapes. One of the great things about this kit are all of the laser cut pieces just being ready to go like this. And here are the two that go on this project. You're just going to go ahead and layer these up until you like the way they look and adhere them to the front of the card. And then simple as that, just add the Just Be, and again, a wood accent with a little bit of tousling. Here it is. This next one says, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Pretty simple to put together. There are 3 different triangles that you're going to find from your die cut pieces and stamp. You're going to layer those on with some wood elements and then again, just some of your laser cut words. And you get a consistent look because we've used that same idea again where you just stamp part of the image with the wood accent, and you've got a really beautiful, unique one to use at the holidays. Okay, are you ready for the last one? This is number 13, and it's so simple and beautiful. You just have a really fun little cutout that says, throw around like confetti, and you just attach your word kindness right there. When you adhere it to the white card, that makes all of this confetti pop out from the laser cut. And you also are going to add a couple of sequins to it to finish up that one. I just cannot say enough how much fun this kit is to put together. With everything prepped for you and all of these beautiful colors, you are going to be in love with your finished project. And for the price...
Oh, so there, I cut you off. Okay, so that is the Enjoy the Little Things project. I love it. In fact, I'm going to come back up on screen because I have it in front of me here, so why not show it? Okay, so I went and grabbed mine, but this is it. So see how good size it is? It's a pretty good size piece of home decor. This is actually my favorite one for today, and like everything, it'll change out, but I choose happy. What a great life motto. And these are the little flowers. Liz, you came on late when the flowers were being made, and they're actually very simple. It's just you layer the tissue paper and you add a brad and then you squish them all up. And I just want to let you know that all of those techniques that she shows in there, you can do with the stamps you have. So if you have, you know, a flower punch or a flower die or something, dielet, framelit, dielet, thinlit, whatever. You can just layer the tissue paper and then scrunch them up, and that will give you some dimension to your flowers. See how they are? Cute, cute, cute. Anyway, I love this. The other thing that I did with this is I added Wink of Stella to all of my little things, and I'm going to talk about Wink of Stella here in a minute. It absolutely is the best. I've already gone through a whole tube. Anyway, you can't really see it, but I put it on the Choose Happy. I'm trying to see, but Wink of Stella just gives a glimmer look to, you know, a little shimmer, little glimmer look to stuff. But there is the little display item. So I love it. I just think it turned out really cute. One of the things I want you to realize, though, is if you do decide to do that, there's a couple things you're going to need. Now, the kit comes as a kit, and then you have to purchase a stamp set separately. Oh, good gosh. And then I go backwards. Somehow I have to figure out how to keep these slides from squirming around on me so quickly. But to do the kit, you need the stamp set too, because you use the stamp set throughout the kit. But if you don't have the stamp set, you can change things up. You probably have stamps that would fit on there anyway. So it's not absolutely necessary, but fun to have. The other thing that you're going to need is you're going to need the supplies, which was the colors of ink pads, the fine glue tip glue pen, which I did use throughout the whole thing. I love the fine tip glue pen. It's one of my favorite products. And Stampin' Dimensionals, and of course, snail and glue dots. I did have a couple questions from people while that was playing. And Peggy asked me about the die brush for the Big Shot, and yes, I do like it. As you know, those of you who have followed me for a while know that I use the dryer sheets quite often with the with our Thinlits, because the dryer sheet keeps all those little pieces. But sometimes I just don't. The other thing I've noticed with the dryer sheets, and I'm going to still use them, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it curls the paper, and it also leaves a scent. So if I'm working on something that I don't want to have curled, or I want to make sure it lays flat, I'm going to go ahead and use that die brush. I find it works very good, well with the our new dies. So yes, I do love the die brush. And Liz, I haven't really talked about Sale-a-bration yet, so you're not too late. Okay, so speaking of the die brush, this is actually it. I absolutely think that this is one of the cutest Thinlits that we have. I'm amazed at how detailed it is and the fun stuff that you can do with it. And so I'm just going to do a quick video. This is a video Stampin' Up! Did, but it talks about that die brush in it, Peggy, so that should help.
Is the Bloomin' Heart Thinlits dies. You are going to love this one. It's a set that has both the heart and these two coordinating little flowers that come in a set of Thinlits for you. It cuts this beautiful kind of intricate design, and you can cut it out from lots of different papers. This one's done with regular cardstock, and here's one that is done with vellum. The first thing you're going to need, of course, is your Big Shot. So let me pull that over here. Your Big Shot comes with your cutting pads and also the multi-purpose platform. Now, the first piece of advice I have for you, grab your cutting pads and swap one of them out for the precision base plate instead. This one is going to give you those extra precise cuts that you need for a laser cut look like this. So use one cutting pad and your precision base plate together. Now, normally you can go ahead and use your multi-purpose platform when you're cutting regular cardstock or glimmer paper, any thicker kind of paper. If you're using something thin, like designer paper or vellum, you can swap this out for the magnetic platform. And that'll just give you a little bit of extra height and pressure as you roll your project through the Big Shot. So I'm going to show you using designer paper. So let me get my magnetic platform in place here. One of the things is your precision base plate will just stick right to the magnetic platform. So be careful when you're placing it. And good news, it'll be held in place perfectly with the magnetic force. Let me grab my paper. Here's the designer paper I'm planning to use. And then my Thinlit, of course. Now, the natural instinct, I think, is to just place it right in the center. But another tip is you can shift it all the way to the side like this. And then when you roll it through, it'll get a little extra pressure. It doesn't matter whether you use this side or this side, but there's just a little more pressure on the edge. So I'm going to bump it over there, put my other cutting pad on top. Let's get that in. And then you're going to want to roll this through 2 or 3 times. So there's one, and I'll just come back again. Okay, and one more for good measure. Okay, and here is my cut piece. So the next tip I have for you is use your Big Shot die brush. This is going to help you get all of the intricate little pieces loosened from your die, and that's why there are all these little holes on the back of the die here. So these kind of firm bristles will just go across here and start to release the paper from the die. Now, if you're using cardstock or a heavier paper, you can use a lot of pressure with this. But if you have like vellum or designer paper, something more thin, use a gentle touch so that you don't damage your paper as you go. Okay. So here is my beautiful finished designer paper heart. Isn't that so nice? I can't believe you can get that perfect a laser cut look just from your Big Shot and a die. Let's check out a couple of great samples done using this set of dies. The first one has this adorable layering with the embellishment and the bling. Also notice there's a little bit of stamping here. That's our coordinating stamp set that goes with these dies too. And then this next project uses the glimmer paper, which is so pretty. Oh, I love how this looks. We've used the Blushing Bride glimmer paper, and also look at these little flowers. Those are the die pieces. These ones come in the set too. And we've just cut some of those from our Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper and just layered them for that nice effect. Now, one tip that I have for you, if you do decide to use glimmer paper with this die, and I recommend that you do because it looks beautiful, take your piece of glimmer paper, and when you're cutting, go ahead and instead of laying the die against the sparkly side, just flip it over. And when you do that, you will cut through the heavier waxy part first, and you'll get a much nicer cut that way. I hope you're as in love as I am with this set of dies. They are beautiful. I knew I was going to love them when I found they matched one of my favorite sweaters.
Okay, so there is the one of my favorites bundles this time around is that heart with that framelit. And a couple of things that people had asked or points I want to make for sure is make sure that you run that Thinlit through your Big Shot several times, excuse me, and make sure that you don't have to go fast. Go a little bit, slow, nice tempo, run it back, run it through again. Do it several times, and that will assure that you cut through that paper. The other thing is, yes, I do use the precision plate, especially with those intricate dies. I don't use the precision plate with the framelits. I only use them with the Thinlits, and it works great then with the brush too. I believe Catherine asked that, yeah. The other thing I wanted you to remember was when using the glimmer paper through the Big Shot, make sure you flip it upside down and cut right through the kind of a waxy, plasticky backing. It'll work great as you cut through, but the one thing I want you to remember is if you are doing glimmer words, don't do them back upside down or your words will be backwards. Does that make sense? Yeah, because you'll be bummed when you cut through it and then realize that your word is backwards. People have to look in a mirror to see what your card says. Chantel asked, how do you remove the static from clear sheets? That is a tough one. I will tell you, Chantel, I have an electric heater in this room, and this time of year, the static in here is a little over the top. I don't like to use like a dryer sheet on it because it might scratch it, but sometimes I will take like an old used dryer sheet and just kind of wave it over the top of it. Not really hit it, but just kind of pick up some of that static. I hope that helps. Anne had asked what page the Enjoy the Little Things is on. That's that kit right there. It is on page 33 of the Occasions mini catalog. And just so you know, Bloomin' Love, which was the one that I just showed, is on page 17. So, any other questions, please feel free to ask. I am going to see what we got. Oh, I know what we got. This is the Bloomin' Loves, or the Love Blossoms page spread. And I love this. So this is that Blushing Bride glimmer paper she used, and it just makes a gorgeous card. And this little kit too is fun. I forgot to talk about this little kit, but it's a cute little kit for Valentine's Day. In fact, I think that's going to be part of my bonus this month for those people who place an order with me. So it's going to be part of that Love Blossoms embellishment kit. The Big Shot. I want to talk a little bit about this because yes, I do use the precision plate, especially with my Thinlits that are detailed. It works great with them. It cuts them much better than I thought. I also use it with the magnetic platform. It's a little strong, but it works great with them. And then the die brush is a great little tool too. Make sure if you do purchase the die brush, make sure you keep that foam mat because that's what you lay your cardstock on. And it's kind of it looks like it's part of the packaging, but it is actually part of the tool. So you want to make sure that you keep that. Okay, so this one here is the Rose Wonder Bundle. I love this bundle. I'm not sure what page it's on in the Occasions catalog. Oh, it's on the next page, page 18. So I will get this video started, run around and check for questions. I hope that everybody is doing okay. And if there's anything that I can answer, let me know.
Hi, I'm Carrie from the training team, and one of my favorite product bundles is the Rose Wonder stamp set with the Rose Garden Thinlits dies. This product bundle creates such beautiful projects, and it's really fun to create with because the coordination is a little bit different from some of our other stamp and die bundles. The Thinlits were not necessarily designed to frame and cut the stamps, but rather the stamp set and the Thinlits were designed to kind of layer and work together on a project. Let me just show you some of these samples and you can see how beautiful they look. This first card was designed by cutting out with the Thinlit some gold paper and using a watercolor technique. And then the beautiful greeting also comes in the stamp set, and it just coordinates so nicely. This sample again uses a watercolor ink wash technique and comes together so pretty with the coordinating sentiment. I love this fun tag. It uses the die to cut out the beautiful flower and then the stamp set to create the leaves. And then it's hard to see, but there's some stamping on the background here just to add a little bit of extra interest and design to your project. And then here's a simple card that uses both the Thinlit and the stamp set to create a background. So let me show you how to create this simple card just to give you a taste of how fun it is to create with these products. So we'll start by using our Thinlit to cut out the leaves. Since these are detailed Thinlits, these are the perfect Thinlits to use with the precision base plate. So I've got my multi-purpose platform, then my plate. This is our Shine On Designer Series paper, which is so pretty. Look at it shine. And I will just put my leaf die on top of the paper and top it with the cutting pad to run it through the Big Shot. I love the simplicity of this card because it almost has a masculine look to it because it's simple and it uses that crumb cake color. And you wouldn't necessarily look at this bundle and think masculine, but it kind of works. Okay, so I've run this through the Big Shot. I'm also going to use one of our tools to go with our dies, our die brush. You can see the little holes in the Thinlit and then the bristles of the brush. They kind of just connect with those holes and it just pops right out. It makes popping those cut images so fast and easy, popping them out of your dies. Okay, so now I have the background to my card. We'll start by using our coordinating stamp. This is crumb cake ink on crumb cake cardstock. I'll just stamp that a couple of times. And then I've already cut out a few more of these leaves, and I'll just kind of arrange those. And then ahead of time, I've also done my greeting. The finished sample, one more time, has some of the metallic baker's twine to really accent the shine on that designer series paper. And you can see how fast and easy it was to create that card. Now remember, when you purchase both the stamp set and the Thinlits dies, you get a special bundle price. I know you are going to be able to create so many beautiful cards and projects using the Rose Wonder stamp set with the Rose Garden Thinlits dies. So contact your
Okay, so that is the Rose Wonder, which I do love. That's one of my favorites. Actually, what I'm really showing today is just my most recent favorites. I did have a few questions. I'm glad some people are having a little bit of trouble getting on, and I think that most people have gotten on now. And if not, this is taped, so if you missed the beginning, you can come back and watch it. I am actually going to post up the slides. I'll post up this whole video, but I'll also post up the slides which have the video, so you can just kind of click through and not have to listen to my jabbering on. But Judy asked, what was the difference between the framelits and the Thinlits? So I went and grabbed a couple. That is why, one of the reasons that I love doing this out of my room, because if there's a question, I can actually go get a sample or whatnot. So these would be considered framelits. They usually frame a stamp or have a frame of some sort. So they're open on the inside. This is actually the Bear Hugs framelits. And then these are the Garden Rose Thinlits. So you can see the difference on the Thinlits where they have all the little intricate details. One of the things I wanted you to notice in that video was, in fact, I think I talk about it. I think I have a slide that talks about it, but I'm going to talk about it now. So she punched out this Thinlit. These are on, just so you're aware, these are magnetic sheets that I purchased at like Lowe's or Home Depot. And they're actually radiator covers. And then I chop them up and add them onto just the piece of chipboard that comes in the folder. I always store mine in the folder that it comes in. But then I just attach it to that really strong tape that's on there. And then these are actually on there magnetically. And then they just come off. But they'll stick to it so that when they're stored, they'll store nicely so I can see what it is instead of all falling down into the bottom of the bag. Okay, anyway, so these are, one of the things I wanted you to see was she took the flower and she cut it out. You can cut it out, and then like with designer series paper is what she did. And then you have your frame, right, in the paper, in another, and then all these little things can be paper pierced in with different papers, colors. Does that make sense? I'm getting ready to do a video on it. So, because I love that technique. I think it's really fun and just a fun way to use that framelit set. So you're actually gonna cut it out twice. Once with what's gonna be your border, your outline, and then one with whatever's gonna be on your inside. You can do different colors of cardstock, mix them all up, do designer series paper. Anyway, watch for a video for that. That's a fun Thinlit. I just see lots of techniques you can do with that. So, any other questions? Oh, Marjorie asked about where the Big Shot die brush was, and it just came out in the Occasions mini catalog. It's on page 19. It's a brand new product that Stampin' Up! Is carrying. So that's exciting. I think we're going to run a little bit late tonight. Tonight. I'm used to doing these at night. But that's all right. I got lots to share. So I will keep plugging away. Okay, so there's the Big Shot stuff. This is the one I wanted to show you right here. When I was just talking about how she cut it out twice. Okay, so she cut it out and used this outline. And then she cut it out with designer series paper and just plugged it in there. Or you can glue this frame or this border onto a piece of paper and then trim around it with a scissor. But you can also just plug it in and do some paper piercing. You would get a lot of, it would be really cool. Just a different technique using that framelit. I saw it done with different colors of cardstock in each little, it was just gorgeous. Anyway, this is the next one that we're gonna talk about. And this is, can't remember what it's called. Botanical Blooms. Anyway, this is the Botanical Blooms, and I think it's beautiful. But once I learned about how they coordinated the designer series paper to match with the stamps, and so it can be stamped, it just changes the whole look, and it changes all the techniques you can do with it. So I can't wait to share that. And I will tell you that I am going to do my regular Thursday night online workshop next Thursday, and a lot of these techniques I'm talking about today actually going to show next Thursday, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So here is Botanical Blooms.
Hi everybody, I'm Shannon, and today I'll be featuring the Botanical Blooms bundle. Look at this designer series paper. It's just so beautiful. All these dark and vibrant colors. Kind of reminds me of maybe a garden at nighttime. That's one side, and then here's the other side. You see some really beautiful big floral looks and other colors as well. So that's the designer series paper. There's also a stamp set in the bundle. It's a photopolymer stamp set. So many different images to choose from there. And then there's a set of framelits. You can see here that in this set there are framelits as well as some thinlits and edgelets. And so when you're using these, you'll want to use your magnetic platform with the framelits and then the precision base plate with the others, because they are so detailed. And look at how great they look when you cut them out. Just these beautiful images. This one, you can kind of pop up the petals there and make them 3D. And then this is the edgelet, so you can make the edge of your card cut like that and look all fancy. Now, one really cool thing about this set is these papers were designed to work with the stamp set, so you can stamp directly on some of the images and add some additional detail to them. Also, the framelits are made to stamp out. Let's see, grab this one right here. You can put the framelits over the designer series paper also if you want to. So you have lots of different options with this bundle. In addition to those 3 products, there's also some washi tape. That's a 5-pack, and some jeweled embellishments here. So love all of these. They give you really some pretty details to your projects. So here's one right here, a little gift box, and you can see the stamp matching the framelit there. I love in the center of that how the colors just help it to pop right there. Then here's a little pot of flowers that you can make with the framelits. Put them inside a little clay pot like this and set it on your desk to brighten your day every day. Love that. These are all projects that are in the catalog. And then another gift bag here with this one. You can see in the designer series paper how the stamping on top of it adds some additional interest there. I love this one too, with the sponging of the ink in the background there. It just looks so cute. And the washi tape all tied together. These last 2 projects are my favorite. This cute little card here shows how to use the edgelet. Put that on your card with the embellishments there. So cute. And then there's this thank you card with the designer series paper stamped on and a little bit of contrast designer series paper embellishments. So cute. You are just going to love this bundle. In order to get it, you can contact your demonstrator.
Okay, so it's just showed you some really quick things about what you can do with that bundle. I love it. It's beautiful. And here is where I show you a little bit up close to that same card where they've stamped inside the flowers. So this is what minus this, but the paper looks like this, and it looks fine, just plain. But then you can see where you can go in and add, you know, the little spirally things on the flowers, the inside of the flowers, the inside of the leaves, inside of that leaf. So there's lots of stuff you can do with it. And this is the paper I'm telling you I'm going to play with this week. And I am hoping to do some embossing on it, which I think will be absolutely beautiful. And so there is the Botanical Gardens. That's in that suite of products. Lots of fun things in there. Wink of Stella. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Wink of Stella a little bit, but before I do, Peggy asked me where the fine tip glue pen was, and that is on page 24 of the Occasions mini catalog. It's returning from the holiday catalog. It was in the holiday catalog, and it actually is sitting next to the Wink of Stella, which is just a glitter brush, and I'm telling you what, it has become my newest favorite embellishment. It's because you can use it on everything. Like I said, I've already used a whole tube of it. In fact, Many of you who placed an order with me in November probably got a thank you card that was using the Wink of Stella, and you probably didn't even know it. So anyway, here's Wink of Stella.
The Wink of Stella glitter brush is perfect for adding just a wink of glitter to your projects. You can purchase the glitter brush in either gold or clear. Before you can use your glitter brush, you'll need to do a few things. This is what it looks like right out of the package. The first thing you need to do is remove the cap, unscrew the barrel, and remove this black ring. This ring has prevented the ink from being dispersed before you purchase it. So once that black ring is removed, then you just replace the barrel, put the cap back on, and then you need to shake it just a few times. Next, you'll need to push the ink so that it comes down into the barrel here. So to do this, you're going to push right here where it says push. So you'll do this a few times, and that will draw the ink down into the barrel. Now this will take just a minute, so just keep watching. I've got one that I actually started yesterday, so let me show you what it looks like once the ink has come down. You can see the difference in the tips there. One has the is clear here where the ink hasn't come down into the barrel, and then it's also got the silver there. So the Wink of Stella brush is easy to use. You just brush the color on whatever you want to add just a little bit of bling. So here's some DSP that I thought would be fun to add just a little wink of bling to. So you can see it's just like using a marker and coloring. Let me just move this around so you can see the sparkle. Now, if you're going to add a bit of bling to a stamped image, like the lamb here, you want to be sure that the image is either embossed or it's been stamped in either StazOn or one of our archival inks in black or gray. If you use the glitter brush over the top of our classic inks, it will smear just a bit. But that's actually not a bad thing, because that means that you can use the clear Wink of Stella glitter brush just like a blender pen. You'll just need to pull some ink into the lid of your classic ink, and I have an image here that I've stamped. And then I will just use the Wink of Stella brush just like a blender pen and just add that color right onto my image. And then you can see the sparkle that comes right out when you're using that Wink of Stella glitter brush. So you clean your brush just like you would any other blender pen. Just rub it back and forth until it runs clear. And you won't have any of the pink on the tip of the brush. So the Wink of Stella glitter brush is acid-free and Xylon-free, so you can use them for any paper crafting project you are working on, even memory keeping. So when you are finished...
Anyway, so that was Wink of Stella. I love it. I love using it as a blender pen because it just makes everything, it's just so cute. And glittery without the glitter mess. And so you might want to check that out. It comes in clear and it comes in a gold. I'll be honest, I haven't used the gold as much as I've used the clear, but I will this week. I'm hoping I find a little bit more time this week. Okay, now we're going to talk about Sale-a-bration. So for those of you who are new to Stampin' Up, Sale-a-bration is a big annual sale that we have each year. It is it's great. There's just so much going on, but I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about it. Oh, I do see I have some questions. Okay, so love the Wink of Stella. What is the price? I believe it's $8, Sarah, for a tube, if I remember correctly. I had it on the slide. Let me see. Yeah, $8 the tube for the Wink of Stella. Chris just joined us. Yep, Chris joined us. You can hang out with us now. This will be taped so you can watch it later. Kathy, yes. Love that it can be used like a blender pen. Carolyn, no, I don't believe they are refillable at this point. Although I'm saving my empty Wink of Stella tube pen. I'm saving mine at this point because I have a sneaking suspicion that some demonstrator out there is going to figure out something to do with the empty tubes. And I'm always looking for that. And it might even be able to be used like a paint tube, and I might put like rubbing alcohol in there. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, Carolyn, but at this point they are not refillable. So I hope that answers that question. Yeah. Jewel loves her blender pens, and she just knows that she'd like the glitter pens. I know, right? It's just so cool that that's what you can do with them. Okay, so let's get back to celebrations. The biggest sale of the year. There's so much going on. I just want you to be aware. The 3 ways that you can earn free product during celebration. You can shop for every $50 you spend. And like I said, it's anything that Stampin' Up! Sells, not just the occasions catalog. It can be anything. For every $50, you get to choose something free out of the celebration brochure. If you join Stampin' Up!, which I don't understand why anybody would not, because we all have product that we want, especially with a new catalog. So during celebration, you're going to be able to choose $155 worth of product and get it for $99. And then you're a demonstrator and you get a discount. And there is no obligation. You can continue to order as long as you want. You can have workshops if you choose to. You can run it as a business. Or if you just don't make your quarterly minimums, you are no longer a demonstrator. It's that simple, it's that easy, and it's that fun. And if you host a workshop, which I can do online workshops just as easy as I can do face-to-face or home workshops, you get a bonus at the $250 mark. You get $25 more in Hostess products. So that's always a good deal. Okay, there's a couple of sets that are limited time in this celebration, and I want you to be aware of them because after February 15th, they're gone and will no longer come back. There's 3 items. What's going to happen is these are going to go away February 15th, and on February 16th, they're going to bring in 3 more fun items. So you might want to check those out. I love this Sky's the Limit. It was one of those stamp sets that I kind of looked at and went, but there's so much you can do with it. And I just think that little smoke heart is adorable. And the clouds. So anyway, fun set. It's a great masculine set. It really is easy to make some masculine cards with that. Other 2 items that are for a limited time is the Hello stamp set and this designer series paper. So just so you're aware of that, these will be gone February 15th. Okay, so anybody have any questions? I know I went through that kind of quickly, the celebration stuff. It's very exciting. It's a great time to become a demonstrator because you get so much free stuff. That's always, who doesn't love free stuff? We all do. Okay, so I'm just kind of checking over. Yeah, there is a special when you join Stampin' Up, Kim. She's asked over on YouTube if there was a special. There is, and like I said, it's $155 worth of product for $99, and it's normally $125 worth of product for $99. And the nice thing about joining my team is you get me. I send out all of my tutorials to my downline. I just kind of help you along with whatever it is you need. Cheryl says Wink of Stella is wonderful. Yes, it is. Janet, she's seen online where you can add water to a dry Wink of Stella to get more mileage out of it. Okay, well, that's interesting. That would surprise me, but that might work. Just because I don't know about the water, but I guess it would. Okay. Okay, so this is the technique. Here, I thought I had it all figured out. I thought I had my slides figured out. This is the technique tutorial that I'm sending out this month. If you're in my virtual club, you get it once you place your order, and then anybody else that places an order of $40 or more in a month gets this tutorial. It's just 4 different techniques. We're using the, you've got this stamp set. It's a great one. They're full picture tutorials, step-by-step instructions. And not only is it 4 techniques, but it's 4 different cards. And again, if you don't have that stamp set, there's lots of techniques in there that you can use with other stamp sets. Paper Pumpkin is also going to be, sorry, I keep moving my slides. Paper Pumpkin is also on sale starting today. You can get a 3-month prepaid subscription for $55. Nice thing about this is it gets you a celebration item. You get a discount on the subscription, plus you get a celebration item. And if you are already a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, you can buy a subscription and then add it onto your already ongoing subscription. So it just wouldn't charge your card each month. You just get that. You just charge it when you buy the subscription, and then you'll redeem it on your own account. I hope that makes sense. Good gosh. The other thing is go with a 12-month prepaid subscription. That's what I'm going to do because I know that I'm always going to love Paper Pumpkin. I can get a 12-month prepaid subscription. It's $215. I'm going to get 4 celebration items. Plus, I'm going to get the Stampin' rewards for that. And if I bump it up to $250, I'm going to get a $25 bonus onto my Stampin' rewards. So I'm actually going to probably do that because I can always use, there's always something that I can buy, like the letters that I haven't purchased yet, the letter dies. So that there's just a couple more things that you can do. Jewel asked, this has nothing to do with today's workshop, but I missed out on the Woodlands embossing folder. Will that be coming back? I sure would like to have it. Yes. Stampin' Up! Is bringing the Woodlands embossing folder. They did say it was retired. They had a little backlash from that. It is returning in May. So keep your eye out for that, Jewel. In May, you can get that Woodlands embossing folder, which is great. And Judy says you can take the tip off, add a little water in, shake it really good, and it will pick up the glitter that is still in the pen. Gives you a few more projects. There you go. That's great. Thank you, Judy, for explaining that. I'm going to check YouTube. Kim asked, if you join, do you get celebration items as well? Not in your starter kit, Kim. You will get the bonus product, but not the celebration items. But anything that you purchase after that will get a 20% discount. Plus, if it's $50 or more, you can get the celebration item. So I hope that makes sense. I think, they used to give out stamp sets with the starter kit, but most people like the $56 worth of extra product or $26 or whatever it is of the extra product that you're going to get. Okay. Oh, somebody said the water tip was from Jennifer McGuire. Perfect. She would know. She's a fun stamper to follow. Very, very, very good, great teacher. Okay, so next we've got the weekly deals this week. We always have weekly deals, and they are as supplies last. So if you're interested in the weekly deals, there they are. And just so you're aware, for the next 48 hours in my online store, I am going to do a goodie bag for people that place orders from me using this Hostess code. If your order is more than $150, take the Stampin' rewards for yourself. I will still make sure you get a goodie bag for me. Otherwise, if your order is less than that, go ahead and use the Hostess code, and I will send you a goodie bag. And this month, I'm going to do some of the Valentine kit that we have as part of it. And you'll probably get some papers too. So I just want to show the door prize form is out there. So please don't forget to fill out your door prize slip. You can click down below in YouTube. It's down in the description box. On my website, it's right below the video that's showing. And on Facebook, there's a button that says door prize form. You want to make sure, I do see that several people have already done that, which is great. The other thing I wanted to show just quickly was online ordering. Sometimes we have some issues. And so I'm going to pull up screen share. You're going to see me for a minute here. And then I'm going to pull up the online store. Okay, so once you are on the online store on the Stampin' Up website, couple of things. Okay, so I'm going to shop. So I'm going to go to the occasions catalog. I'm going to go to It's My Party. I'm going to purchase this stamp set. I'm going to add it to my bag. I'm going to view shopping bag. This is going to show you right here. That's where you want to apply your Hostess code. You want to put the number in there and then you want to hit apply. So just so you're aware of that. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was, where did I mess up? Oh, I'm going to go in and sign in. So I'm going to log into my account. I just wanted to show you something. Okay, so up here at the top where it says My Account, this is where you go into your profile and you can set it up. One of the things I'm having an issue with is under my demonstrator, if you have this little box here checked no, if you do place an order with me, I can't see who it is. I can only see that an order was placed and I don't know who placed it, which means I can't send you my free tutorial, I can't send you your goodie bag, and I can't send you your thank you card. And those are the things that really mean a lot to a lot of people, and I want to make sure you get them. So you may want to go into your account and just check and make sure that instead of this being clicked no, it's actually clicked yes. You can click no that you don't want to hear from Stampin' Up, but click yes that you want to hear from me. Otherwise, I can't send you those fun free items that I send each month. Okay, so I just wanted to run through that quickly. Again, we are doing the door prize, and I am going to check here shortly. The door prize today is actually a tube of Wink of Stella. Yay! Because I love it so much. You guys are lucky that I'm actually going to share it with you because I'm not very good at sharing, especially when I love it so much. So I'm just going to check around for just a few more things for if anybody has any questions. I don't see any more. But if you do have questions, below on Facebook there, you'll see a couple buttons where you can place an order. Or if you're interested in learning more about joining my team, go ahead and click that little button. And or if you have questions, contact me, ask me, call me. I would love to answer them for you. Best decision I ever made was becoming a demonstrator. And now with a new catalog and celebration and getting the bonuses, what have you got to lose? So if there are no more questions, we're going to wrap it up here. I didn't run as late as I thought I was going to, so that is a good thing. I'm checking one more time for questions. I don't see any. Oh, I didn't check the website. Sorry, I have one more place to check. And then I will tell you who the door prize winner is. Yeah, Sue's getting dizzy. I know. It's really hard with the slides. I'm really sorry about them jumping back and forth. I got to figure out a way to stabilize them. I'm working on that. So sorry about that, Sue. And there was one more question. Liz just peeked at the celebration brochure and she wants them all. I know, right? Okay, so the winner of today's door prize, which will be the Wink of Stella brush, is Denise Lovelace. Yay! Way to go, Denise. I have your address. Oh, I didn't realize that I was still on video. That always happens. I have your address, Denise, so I will get that out in the mail to you. I want to thank everybody for coming. I hope that you learned something today. Join me next Thursday evening, January 14th. Doesn't that seem late? Anyway, January 14th, I will be doing my regularly scheduled online workshop, and it will be techniques using many of the products that I showcased today. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to check one more time for comments. How do you see the sale catalog? Oh, Dean, I will, I'll be posting a link up to that on Facebook and also on my website, and make sure that you get that there. Okay, it looks like questions are done. So thank you all very much, and let me check my phone one more time. That's so funny that I didn't think I was on. I can only imagine the look I was making. Oh, do we have one more? Oh, thank you for another great session. Okay, enjoy. Have a great day. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Take care. Bye.